Hey Moon Magic family, welcome back to the channel. In today's readings we are asking, what is your future spouse like? We are heading for Valentine's Day and I've been doing a lot of video shorts, lots of little readings about relationships. It seems an appropriate time to be doing it, but today we're doing larger picker card readings. What is your future spouse like? And we are drawing 3 cards together. We have Heaven and Earth for reading number 1. We have the 8 of Fire for reading number 2. And we have the 2 of Air for reading number 3. Wow, okay. I'm going to draw some runes as well to help to guide you in for those who like that extra bit of information. Reading 1, we have the rune of possessions, nourishment. Reading number 2, we have the rune of wholeness. And reading number 3, we have the rune of defense. So we are asking, what is your future spouse like? Super Souls, I'm going to leave the video running for just a few more moments, just so that you can take your time, tune into your intuition and trust whichever of the readings is speaking to you. And yeah, I'll leave the video running. I'll put the timestamps in the description box and also in a pinned comment so phone users can find it really, really easily. Tons of love and see you in the readings in just a moment. Hey, reading number 1, welcome. You have the card of Heaven and Earth. This would actually be the Page of Pentacles in a traditional tarot pack. But this is indicating that your future spouse is actually a very earthy person. They may well actually be quite successful because we have the rune of nourishment, possessions. This is ambition satisfied, unexpected rewards, surprises, gains. And there is an energy of both earthiness, practicality, hard work, but also a vitality in this card, being able to actually get on and do stuff. Let's see what else we are shown for reading number 1. May we please have information about the future spouse of reading number 1, please. I'm seeing these 2 cards. Going to use 3 different tarot packs today and also some tea leaf cards. I don't know if you guys have been, if you're new to my channel, you may not have seen them. I've been uploading daily tea leaf readings and I am loving it, absolutely loving it. They're tiny little shorts, but yeah, just to touch base every day with some cards and runes, it's been fantastic. Okay, this is very interesting. Look what we have here. So we have, I don't tend to read my cards in reverse, but I'm really seeing we have the moon and the sun, which is interesting, and the 6 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. We have the, how interesting, we have the 8 of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the 6 of Swords. Okay. There may be an issue of relocation around here for you both. Very, very interesting. This is someone who is potentially, they have quite clear ideas about where they want to go, about what they would like in life. This person is pragmatic, successful, grounded, earthy. They may even have very specific dreams about what they wish to create. And I think it's very interesting, but I feel like there is a little bit of reticence when you first meet them about whether or not your dreams will kind of align with one another. But actually we are seeing massive potential here. This is a relationship worthy of investment. What tea leaves do we have? We have the skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. Needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. How interesting. I am seeing a kind of a reticence, okay, here. And I think the reticence is on your part. It may be that there is a difference in your financial circumstances. You may be feeling that this person is going to be too busy working to be able to notice you. They may have very clear ideas about where they want to go, quite dynamic ideas. And you may be wondering if this is really going to fit with you. But to have the sun and the moon together, I think this is a relationship where you might actually genuinely work together. Indeed, you may have some reticence about that. You may be seeing this person, maybe somebody you meet through work. You may be thinking, well, I could work with this person. I don't want to ruin or upset that working alliance, that working relationship. And yet, there's a big spark between you. We have the card of strength, 9 of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. You're very dynamic together, you really are. Wow. We have the card of power, 4 of Pentacles. We have the Prince of Discs. How interesting. This is like the equivalent of the Knight. So this is the Page of Pentacles. This is the Knight of Pentacles. I think you are genuinely a couple who can work together. I think you may be reticent about that. I think you may be concerned when you first meet them, because you may well meet them in a working environment. I think you'll really like them and almost watch them. I think you'll be watching them climbing the ladder of success and wondering whether this could really work out. I think you'll be a bit reticent about it. But I think you could really work together. I think you can achieve things together. I think you can be a very balanced couple. Let's draw from some more tea leaf cards. Marriage. October. How interesting. Okay, now this could be indicating literally the month of October. That could be a time when your relationship becomes consolidated. But we can see there's autumn leaves here. It's a time of, October is a time very interesting actually in the pagan calendar. The 31st of October, which is Halloween, is actually marked as the beginning of a new year. This is genuinely a relationship where you really can work as a team. I think when you first meet them, in one way, it's like your wish is being granted. You've been praying for this person. On the other hand, I think you're going to look at them and it's not that you're going to have doubts. I think you'll really want this. I just think because of the working connection, you will be a little uncertain to start with. It may be that they are ambitious and they have ideas about where they want to go, and you will be uncertain as to whether or not you really want to be with somebody who's as pragmatic and ambitious as that, as successful as that. You may be concerned about that. Actually, you can work together. You really can. You can consolidate. You can work together. Some way, shape or form, when you first meet them, there are some fears and anxieties on your part around them, which is really interesting. I think it is to do with success. It's to do with power. It's to do with feelings as to whether you will meet on equal terms, whether you could really work together because of the ambitious nature of this person. They're actually very humble, they're very loyal. But because they have that element of success and of an ability to really go for what they want, to climb the ladder of success, I think you question whether they will either have enough time for you, whether this will really work. But actually we are seeing a relationship of genuine strength. We're seeing a relationship where you actually do ultimately want the same things and you can work together. You can really back each other up. Let's draw some more cards for you, reading number 1. What else might we be shown about this future spouse of reading number 1? We're getting quite a lot of information. Look at this teamwork. I think you're going to work together. You may well meet at work. That may well be quite likely. If you don't meet at work, you may even form a business together. You may literally decide to set up some project to work together. I think you might be concerned and a little overwhelmed by the prospect of all of that happening. But this is so successful. I mean, you can create together. You can make stuff happen. This is one of those teamwork relationships. It really, really is. However you come together, yeah, talking keeps your relationship alive. However you come together, there is real potential here for you to, yeah, to make stuff happen, to build something together. Literally, I do think you could go into business together. If it's a colleague that you meet, you'll work together and it will be fine. You can just talk things through, so it's okay. If you don't meet in a work setting, I think you may come together and even potentially set up a business together. This is looking incredibly successful for you. It really, really is. There is your last card, honesty. Relationships need trust. Now, this is interesting because I do feel hidden secrets can harm you. What I'm seeing is there are fears and anxieties to start with, about maybe whether or not it can work, how this would work in a working setting, how you would operate together. Concerns maybe about, you know, like having your relationship out in the open. It's a challenge, isn't it? If we meet someone in a working environment, it really is a challenge to start to date one another and not be quite sure about whether to be an open couple or not in front of people and colleagues. But actually the key here is just to speak with one another, be completely upfront, be united in how you navigate this. Whether you are meeting at work and then navigating the beginning of a relationship there, or whether you are coming together and there's this sort of, I won't say difference, but you're looking at this person and thinking, well, you know, in a way they're everything I'd want, but actually they're quite successful and I don't know if that would really work for me. I think it will work for you. I genuinely think you're going to literally work together potentially. You are going to be an incredibly good team. They are earthy, they are ambitious, they are I won't say exactly at the top of their game, but they're heading there. They know where they want to go. Don't be daunted by their ambition. Actually, you can be as much a part of that journey, whether you actively work together or you are the team, whereby the person who is doing the backup, as it were, is actually an integral part of making everything possible. However this works, you are a team. Isn't it interesting, the candle? My candle has just gone out. I shall replace it before I get to reading number 2. I sort of feel like I'm being asked to conclude the reading. It's almost like I don't need to labour the point here, because actually the information is really clear. Don't allow any concerns to bother you. Simply talk and be open about any of your fears or concerns. Once you're open about them, you'll navigate exactly how you can do this together. And yeah, I believe that even if you enter this relationship from a position where it feels as if, I don't know, maybe because of this person's ambitious nature, somehow you're questioning whether you could really fit with them. Actually, I just think you're going to end up being their rock. I think however you look at it, you'll be their anchor point, their stabilizer. They will cherish and love your presence. And you are either actively going to work together, or you will be some kind of a mainstay for them in their success, because you are that anchor point for them. And I think once you overcome any of those early anxieties, I think this is just going to flourish. Reading number 1, I am thrilled for you. But yes, what is your future spouse like? Ambitious, but with solid, good, kind of, yeah, they know what they want to achieve, and they know why as well. This is somebody who has an ability to really make a difference in the world, and they are genuinely loyal, ethical. You know, this person has a lovely nature. Just because they're ambitious, it doesn't mean that they don't feel, or they don't care, or they don't value. They value absolutely everything. This is super lovely, reading number 1. I am adoring it. I'm sending you all the love in the world. Super Souls, I post these big pick a card readings usually on a Tuesday, a Friday, sometimes a Saturday as well, and always without fail on a Sunday I post a reading for weekly guidance where we ask Spirit for a message that you need to know right here, right now, and the heads up for whatever is going on in the coming week, just to help you to navigate with awareness. I'm posting at the moment daily shorts with your daily tea leaf readings. You can touch base with those at any time you want. In essence, they are also timeless. Whichever reading you find will have the message you need at the right time. I always trust that. So do check out those daily shorts as well. And while we are in the region of Valentine's Day, I'm going to be doing lots of little extra readings around Valentine's Day and around relationships, so do watch out for those as well. Super Souls, thank you so much for liking, sharing and subscribing. It really does help me to keep putting free stuff into the world and to keep on doing free readings. And if you are subscribing and you want to get notification of any of the readings literally as I upload them, if you also press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. Reading number 1, I am thrilled for you. This feels so, wow, solid, genuine, real. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I feel like you're just going to do good things together, which just feels really fabulous. It really, really does. Reading number 1, I'm sending you the biggest hug in the world. Tons of love. Reading number 2, welcome. I'm so excited to be doing these readings. So what is your future spouse like? Well, I can tell you, reading number 2, that the chemistry between you is electric. I mean, this is passion. This is the 8 of Wands in a traditional pack. Wholeness, the path you must follow. The magnetic pull between you is like dynamite. This is a seriously electric connection. Let's see what else we're going to see now. They may well be a fire sign. It is a possibility. But let us just, what I'm seeing at the moment is this incredible and extraordinary dynamic between you, which just feels almost compulsive. You know, that when you just you can't stay away from each other, basically. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's see what else we are shown for reading number 2. Did I say reading number 1 a minute ago? Reading number 2. If I did, my apologies, reading number 2. I think I'm caught up in your passion. Okay, so we have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the King of Swords, and we have the 5 of Cups. Okay, we have the 5 of Cups again. How interesting. Yes, indeed. Queen of Wands. Oh, and we have the 8 of Wands again, which is the same here. Okay, how fascinating that we actually have 2 5 of Cups. So we must really, really listen to this. 2 5 of Cups, and we have 2 8 of Wands. Now, I think this is someone who, when you meet them, the passion is so high, it's so dynamic, it's so electric. I mean, really, I just think you're not going to be able to take your hands off each other. Seriously. Absolutely seriously. And if anything, with the 5 of Cups showing up twice, on the one hand, I feel like this is exactly what you've been waiting for. On the other hand, I think it will almost throw you because it's so strong. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong in the strength of this, because it's going to feel so magnetic. So you're just going to want this, okay? It's really, really dynamic. Now, we are seeing the 7 of Pentacles. So we're seeing a genuinely, potentially fruitful future. You're going to need to nurture and invest in this. And I do think you might need to also stop and, you know, the energy of the King of Swords. There will be moments when you do need to stop and actually think about, in a practical way, how to sort of ground yourselves as a couple, because you could be so wrapped up in the energy. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be, because that's just gorgeous, super lovely and amazing. But I am thinking and seeing here, you could be so bound up by the energy, the wholeness, the path you must follow, that you're going to at some point need an anchor point. Now, we are seeing a great deal of success here. Let's draw from the tea leaves and see what else we are shown here. I'm going to say this, and actually I am going to take that second card there as well. Okay, we have Beetle, good fortune, Finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Now this is interesting, because I just feel this is exactly what I'm saying. You're going to need to kind of ground yourselves. You're going to need to anchor yourselves, because you could be so swept along. I mean, this is just, it's pure electricity between you. You could be so swept along that you don't anchor yourself enough to be able to, yeah, just to create solidness. That's going to sound strange perhaps, but let's just draw a couple more tea leaves. We have the card of marriage. This is really interesting. This came out in reading number 1 too. And I have shuffled these cards too. Do you know, that is so fascinating that these are the cards that came out in reading 1. Now, if you have been drawn to reading number 1 as well as reading number 2, then I really recommend you look at both. Okay, because this is kind of acknowledging there's so much passion, but you need to ground it. You need to earth yourselves. You kind of need to have a plan. Not just be bound up in the fire, the passion, the dynamics of this. You also need a practical plan as well. We see the Tower. Oh, this is very life-changing. Very, very life-changing. We have the Moon. Very life-changing indeed. We have the Magician. And we have the card of gain. How amazing. This is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, in a traditional pack. So what we're seeing here is, it could well relate to reading number 1. If you were drawn to both, I could see why. Now, there's a chemistry between you. There's no doubt about it. You need to find an anchor point between you, because this is a very life-changing connection, as you know, marriage is. And okay, we're asking, what is your, what is your future spouse like? I almost feel this is a relationship which is so magnetic and so powerful, and this is the word of warning, that you can be swept along without making a practical plan, which means you're not then ultimately kind of making the best of what you can create together. The Magus is the card of the Magician. The Moon is like a rite of passage. It's a rebirth. We've got big cards here. We have the Tower. This is a life-changing connection. With the Tower here, I can't help feeling that there's some aspect of destiny going on here, some kind of karmic connection. So you know that level of chemistry when you just meet and it's like you're hooked with one another. You just have that connection. It's amazing. That spark is there, that power is there, that strength of connection is there. But I think there is work for you to do on some kind of karmic level as well. There's something you can create or do together, put into the world, that will be of great benefit to both of you, but also great benefit to the world at large. Let's draw some more cards. May we ask more about this connection, this future spouse? Affection. Okay, so there's this, we're in the realm of the chemistry again, aren't we? I mean, this is really lovely. This is absolutely lovely. Happiness, heaven. Right, it is interesting because this card says your loved ones are always with you. I do actually think what we're seeing here is, I think you've known each other before, and I think you're coming back together with purpose. Your loved ones are always with you, absolutely, but I think you yourselves have known one another before. It's why the chemistry is so strong. It's why the dynamic is so strong. I think you are coming together with purpose. This word of warning, this finger of warning, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. What I think this card is really saying to you is, it's almost like, don't waste the opportunity. Don't be so tangled in the chemistry that you forget to anchor yourselves and do something with that. I'm not saying that shouldn't be a part of your world. Happiness should be absolutely an integral part of every aspect of your world. Affection, happiness, connection. But I do believe you're coming together with purpose, whatever that is. Some kind of karmic purpose. And because of that, I just feel there's some element where timing will be of the essence. There'll be an opportunity being offered to you, and I want to say seize it. But this is stunning. This is the most gorgeous reading number 2. I do think it does connect with reading number 1 as well, so you may well want to tune in with that too. I'm fascinated by the way those dynamics have both come in and similar cards have shown up. It really does feel like a destiny. You know, the 5 of Cups, I always feel in this 5 of Cups, it's like there's this sort of nugget of light that's just waiting to burst forth, waiting to come out, waiting to be found, something that's been sitting underground, waiting and waiting until the moment was right, and the moment is now right. So you may have experienced, both of you may have experienced many disappointments along the way, but you know, in a funny kind of way, if you hadn't experienced those, you wouldn't now be ready to handle the strength of this chemistry. So super souls, what is your future spouse like? I feel like we're being given tons of information in these readings, but not necessarily detailed descriptions about the individuals themselves. But what I will say with this person, the absolute central point is your connection. It's the fact that the moment you meet, you will feel that chemistry. You'll see it in one another. You'll feel it in one another. You'll just, that person will feel so irresistible, and you'll be so blown away by them. I mean, yeah, the chemistry, the spark, it's over and above what I would call the norm. And you know, I don't voice that lightly as well, because the chemistry in a relationship is so important, but it's really, really dynamic. It's like, it just feels like when you're with this person, anything is possible. Ground yourselves, have that energy, hold that happiness, hold that affection, and allow this relationship to flow, to succeed. And there is a great deal that you can do together, whatever that may be. I'm really intrigued, actually. I kind of want to draw some extra cards for you, reading number 2. I think I'm going to. Let me see, what do we have? We have some I think we're going to use the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards for you as an extra. I do feel there's some extra cards just to give us an idea of what is this purpose, this coming together about. Super Souls, these are the cards I give away in my monthly prize draw. I'll put all the links in the information box for you, but I do need to say they're now available in Canada for the first time ever, and thank you so much. I'm now partnering with someone there because I just couldn't get the cards over there, so I'll put the link in the information box for anyone that is interested if you're in Canada. It's okay not to be okay. This is about emotions. This is very empowering. Empower yourself, persevere, and release negative habits. Okay, so what I'm kind of seeing in these cards here is that actually both of you have absolutely experienced some significant disappointments, and the very essence of you coming together and the way that you can navigate together as a couple is going to be incredibly inspirational to other people. You may actually find that collectively you are able to support other people, you know, in navigating difficulties. But this is super, that the work to be done, I feel there's so much healing happening for both of you here. The power of the relationship is going to throw you a little bit because it's so dynamic. One or other of you is a fire sign. I actually think that's, or you've got a lot of placements in your birth chart of fire. It's really important. But I do feel, yeah, I do feel that you will support each other in overcoming things that have previously held you back. And the love, the strength that you have will, I think, enable you to be a very, very successful couple. And if you, connecting in with reading number 1, end up actually working together, yeah, I think you will achieve a vast amount. But even if you are only ultimately helping one another to overcome the difficulties of the past, either way, you know, this is flying. I mean, there's no question of it. So a fire sign, the chemistry is everything in this reading, and your ability to anchor that chemistry in ways that enable you to really process former difficulty, either within relationships or possibly from a past life. Either way, I think you've known each other before. It's as simple as that. And I think you've made a pact to come back together at this time. And the moment you connect, you're kind of going to know it. Reading number 2, this is seriously wow. I actually do post these pick a card readings several times a week, on a Tuesday, a Friday, sometimes a Saturday as well. I'm now doing daily tea leaf readings, which I'm just loving. And I also do have a timeless readings playlist. Now, I voice this because in my timeless readings playlist, I put all these sort of timeless readings in there, but the readings answer specific questions, and there are a couple of readings in there that connect to past lives. You might actually, reading number 2, want to tune in with those. You might find some really useful information either about you or about your future spouse, and that may be quite helpful as you come together and navigate this incredible chemistry. I'm thrilled for you. I mean, just thrilled beyond belief. Reading number 2, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing. All these things really do help to support the channel and help me to keep putting free readings into the world. I am thrilled for you beyond belief. Tons and tons and tons of love to you. If you would like to get notification of all of my readings, including the tea leaf shorts and the big pick a card readings, I always post every Sunday as well, without fail, with a message for the coming week. Like literally, we ask Spirit, what do you need to know now, and can you have the heads up for what's going on for the coming week to help you to navigate better and with awareness. So if you'd like to get notification when you subscribe, if you hit the little bell icon, then every reading I do should come into your stream. Reading number 2, I am thrilled for you, just thrilled. Hey, reading number 3, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now, me magic family, I have to say, reading number 3, I don't think your future spouse is your usual type. I think this is somebody who, you're a bit kind of chalk and cheese here, really. But I will say you balance each other perfectly. But this is definitely not the kind of person that you normally go for. Okay, that's what I feel I'm being shown really, really clearly here. We have the Rune of Defense. Let's have a look at what we are going to be shown. It's quite funny, these readings seem to be giving more information about the nature of the relationship than necessarily just about that person. But we are asking, what is your future spouse like? I can say, I think, reading number 3, that this is not your usual type, different to your usual expectations. We are being shown this card here, and Actually, the one on the bottom there. Okay, let's have a look at these first of all. We have. We have. Okay. We have the Moon. And we have the King of Swords, absolutely. I want to say chalk and cheese. Now, one of you is really going to embody what I would call the essence of the masculine, and the other, the essence of the feminine. Now, this is not gender specific. One of you is going to be very, 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 very emotional, like ridiculously emotional, in the best possible way. I don't mean that negatively. The other is going to be really logical, really clear. This is, you know, this is how it is. And so this is quite a really interesting mix, but I think you create a major, major complement to one another. And, you know, we have the Three of Cups here. So we have celebration. We have a real joyous connection here. It's lovely. This is one of those relationships which really flourishes because of your differences. There is a perfect balance to be found here. You're going to grow from one another. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords and the Four of Wands, which is another card of celebration. Yeah, you will grow from one another. You will grow and thrive because of your differences. It's really interesting. You know, this reminds me of, and I will voice it actually. I'll draw more cards, of course, reading number 3. But it reminds me of a couple that I know, and they are honestly one of the most successful couples. They've been together for just like forever. Well, that's what it feels like. But when they met, it was so funny. They were really, really upfront with each other, because she had had a few experiences where basically she's a little bit slobby, to be fair, and she totally puts her hands up. I mean, she's not a tidy person, never will be. It's just not in her nature. And she's, you know, she's very emotional. She's very sensitive. She's not very tidy. She's not very logical. And she'd had a few relationships where, to be honest, she was quite heavily criticised by the other person for not being kind of together enough. And anyway, she met this lovely, lovely, lovely guy in this instance, and she sort of said, look, I need to be really upfront with you, because I'm so fed up with being criticised. And he just came straight back at her and said, you know what, I have been so slaughtered and criticised by my last few relationships because I'm a bit anal, really, and I'm really, really tidy. And, you know, and he had experienced a lot of negativity for being quite logical and very rigid and needing to keep everything really tidy. And they made this agreement. It's like, well, let's see how we go. And if we work out, if you do all of that bit, I'll do this bit. And they basically worked out how to cherish and appreciate each other's differences that previous relationships had actually criticized them for. And it's awesome. And they are honestly one of the most successful couples I know. You know, he does all the housework and absolutely everything. He's ultra, ultra tidy, and she loves it because she doesn't have to worry about any of that. And she's very, very, very creative and goes out and does her work and is thriving. And they just work together. And that's what I'm seeing. It's this chalk and cheese. So if you were thinking, reading number 3, that you were looking for someone who might have similar traits, I think you're going to meet someone who actually has traits that are distinctly opposite to yours, and it's going to be fantastic. That's what I'm being shown here. Let's draw some tea leaf cards and see what else we are shown. Okay. I've been doing, I don't know if you guys have tuned into them, I've been uploading some shorts now that YouTube do shorts, literally the daily tea leaf readings. I am just loving them. They are absolutely gorgeous. Here we go. Tree, affairs with your family. Staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. I think you guys are truly going to mega, mega, mega support each other. Really, seriously, be one another's rocks, be one another's anchor points. I don't know what else to say. It's more than that. It's way more than that. Let's see what else we are shown here. That's the one. We have wealth, and we have the month of May. But look at the cherry blossom here. This is a relationship which is really, really going to flourish. Knight of Pentacles, your capacity to support each other, to literally blossom. We've got cherry blossom here, to literally blossom, to take care of one another. through thick and thin is just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let's draw some more cards. What do we have here for you? We have the card of the moon. Move those over. We have the cruelty card. How interesting, the 9 of swords. Ah, lovely. We have the 10 of cups and the wheel of fortune. Lovely. Okay, this is really interesting because the card of cruelty, it does sometimes mean that you have experienced cruelty at the hands of others. It also can mean that you have a raging inner critic. And sometimes it means both, because actually if you have been heavily criticized, then you will quite likely have a raging inner critic. What I'm seeing, the moon is a card really, especially in this pack of it, it's like a rite of passage. I think your connection will enable you to both overcome criticisms of the past. It's exactly the kind of flavour of what I was saying earlier when I was using my friends as an example. I think you will overcome those difficulties. You'll support each other. We have happiness, contentment. We have the card of fortune, the wheel of fortune turning here. This is a collaboration. You know, it's not just a relationship where it's one of those relationships where people would think you wouldn't be a couple because you're so different, and yet it is everything about those differences that makes you thrive. It really, really is stunning. We are seeing connections, celebrations, success. Literally, you can blossom with each other. It's gorgeous. I'm going to draw some more cards for you, reading number 3. So this reading is not necessarily telling us what someone will look like, you know, what's your future spouse like, but whatever your personality traits, I would say this person is going to have the opposite. Okay, so if you're ultra slobby like my friend, then you're going to meet somebody who's ultra tidy and anal about stuff, and that's totally the best thing ever. If you're not good with money, you'll meet somebody who's very good with money. If you're, you know, if you're very emotional, this person is very logical. If you're very logical, this person is very emotional. You counterbalance each other in the best possible way. We have the card of separation. Okay, what I think this is saying to us, it's not suggesting that you are going to be separate. It's telling us again exactly what I've just been saying, that you are like chalk and cheese. So people would not think of you as being a couple. It's kind of like one of you living really alternatively and the other person being very mainstream. But it works. It's just, it works. Your love is timeless, infinity. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, people will be really surprised at the, what I would call the separation, the independence that you have from one another because you are so different. Again, one of you may have one particular type of interest that is your complete passion, and the other one of you will think, I wouldn't want to do that in a million years, but you'll never hold each other back. You'll go off and do your own thing because you like different things. But my goodness me, your love is absolutely timeless. This is lovely. This is absolutely lovely. New beginnings, absolutely. Look forward to a new beginning. Again, this is really reinforcing for me that if you honestly thought that whatever, I don't know, whatever attributes you have, you've been criticized for them in the past, and therefore it's left you wondering and feeling really low and not okay about yourself, because it's horrible when people criticize you just for being you because it's not what fits for them. This is completely changing here. You know, you can process any cruelty from the past. Anything that has left its mark in a negative way gets sorted here. This is a relationship that is bringing about happiness. The wheel of fortune is turning, and it is exactly because of your appreciation of one another's attributes, your capacity to love one another. I mean, this is just fabulous. You will stand by one another through thick and thin. affairs with your family. I would also say some of you may actually have been criticized within your primary family for just being you, and this is a relationship where you are loved and accepted wholly for who you are, and likewise you offer it to your spouse as well. I mean, this is just heavenly. It's absolutely gorgeous. Reading number 3, I'm loving your reading, because this is what real healthy relationships are about. I mean, you're going to be a role model for so many people. It's absolutely awesome. But yeah, don't expect to meet somebody who is the same as you. Everything is about opposites, and in the best possible way. You guys are going to thrive, absolutely thrive. Wealth, gorgeous, blossom, wonderful. Just there for one another and overcoming any issues that you were left with from previous experiences, whether in your primary family or past relationships. It's super lovely. I adore your reading. It feels like a healing. I almost feel like I can take a breath and breathe again, which is just lovely, as if somehow some of you have literally been holding your breath for fear of being able to be you. Just be you, and you're going to grow together in the most amazing way. This is just lovely. Super souls, I am sending you all the love in the world, and I'm really thrilled for you, because this is what health is about in relationships. It's wonderful. This is just wonderful. Wonderful reading number 3, sending you the biggest hugs in the world. Thank you so much for joining me, for liking, sharing and subscribing. All of these things really do help to support the channel and help me to continue to put free stuff into the world. I'll put links to anything and everything that I do in the information box. I have a timeless playlist as well. I put these readings which answer very specific questions into that playlist, so you can always find a reading that answers a very specific question if you ever find you're having a wobble. I post timeless readings on Tuesdays, Fridays, sometimes Saturdays, and every single Sunday without fail I post a reading where we get guidance, immediate guidance from spirit, messages you need to know right now, and the heads up for the coming weeks so that you can navigate with ease. And I am now, as I mentioned earlier, posting daily shorts with the tea leaf readings every single day, and I'm loving them. It's such interesting. It's so interesting to do tiny readings where we have to be like right in the moment, what's happening right now, tea leaves of the day. So I'm loving it. So do check in on all of these things, and if you do want to get notification as soon as I post anything, if you subscribe but press the little bell icon as well, they should come into your stream. Super souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. This person may seem very different to your usual type, but my goodness me, this is success. It's gorgeous. Tons of love.